Hey there, how's it going?
Hello, ChatGPT. How are you?
Hey there, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you? How's it going on your end?
I'm working fine. Today, I want to interview you for my task that I want to complete for Rehan AI Institute. And today, our topic of interview will be how to make better decisions and avoid regret.
Absolutely. That's a really interesting topic. I'd love to help out with that. Just let me know what specific aspects you want to cover or if you need any ideas or guidance, and we can definitely dive into it.
Okay, firstly, we will cover the understanding of decision making, then we will have question answer session on avoiding common pitfalls, followed by decision making planning and strategies, then dealing with regrets, and in the end, we will talk about long term decision making.
Got it. That sounds like a solid plan. So we can definitely start with the fundamentals of game making, like the different genres, the key components, and the creative process. And then we can move on to those questions about preparing for the interview and talk through strategies and long-term planning as well. This is going to be fun.
Okay, I want you to answer me in detail so our listeners can understand better, and please don't ask a question in your answer.
Absolutely. I've got you covered. I'll keep it straightforward and just provide the information and guidance you need. Whenever you're ready, we can dive in and get started.
Okay, my first question is what are the key factors that influence human decision making?
That's a great starting point. So, human decision making is influenced by a mix of cognitive, emotional, and social factors. Things like cognitive biases, past experiences, the way information is presented, emotions, social influences, and even physiological states all play a role. It's definitely a fascinating area to explore.
How do emotions affect our ability to make good decisions?
Yeah, emotions can have a huge impact. For instance, when we're feeling stressed or anxious, we might make more impulsive or risk averse decisions. On the flip side, positive emotions can lead us to be more open minded and creative. Plus, emotions can also shape our perceptions and the way we weigh different options. It's definitely a complex and interesting interplay.
Can decision making skills be improved over time?
Absolutely, they definitely can. A lot of the core skills like creativity, problem solving, project management, and even teamwork are super transferable. So, whether you're making games or working in other fields, those skills are really valuable and can be applied in many different contexts.
Okay, tell me in detail that what role does institution play in making choices? I want you to answer me in detail.
Absolutely. In the context of game development, institutions have a big impact. For instance, regulatory bodies set rules around content and monetization, like China's Online Game Ethics Committee. Also, funding from public and private institutions can shape the scale of projects, like Saudi Arabia's investments in the gaming sector. Educational institutions help by developing new technologies and training developers. Industry associations set standards and foster networking, while cultural institutions can influence themes and narratives. Overall, institutions provide the frameworks and resources that guide and shape the game development process.
How can we avoid overthinking or analyze?
Of course, whenever you're ready, just let me know, and I'll be here to help with any more details or questions you have. Just give me a shout whenever you need.
How do cognitive bias lead to regret?
That's a great question. Cognitive biases can definitely impact game make you in various ways. For example, confirmation bias might lead developers to favor ideas or feedback that align with their initial beliefs, potentially overlooking other valuable perspectives. Also, things like the sunk cost fallacy can cause developers to continue investing time or resources into a project even when it might not be the best choice. Recognizing these biases and implementing strategies to counteract them can really help create better, more balanced games.
Are there techniques to recognize when we are being irrational?
Absolutely. It really does make a difference. Once you're aware of these biases, you can build in checks and balances like diverse feedback loops or play testing with a wide audience. It definitely helps in creating more balanced and polished games. If you need any more insights or examples, just let me know.
Yes, please give us examples for better understanding.
Of course, for example, one common cognitive bias is the confirmation bias, where developers might seek out feedback that confirms their own ideas and ignore opposing viewpoints. Another one is the sunk cost fallacy, where a team might continue to invest time and resources into a project simply because they've already invested a lot, even if it's no longer viable. Another great example is the bandwagon effect, where developers might follow trends just because they're popular, rather than relying on their own creativity. Being aware of these biases helps teams make more objective and balanced decisions.
When is it better to rely on data versus institution?
That's a really insightful question. Generally, it's beneficial to align with institutional forces when they help guide quality, provide resources, and ensure sustainability. For instance, if you're looking for funding or trying to reach a larger audience, aligning with industry standards and trends can be really helpful. On the other hand, it's also important to maintain creative independence and authenticity. So sometimes it's better to diverge from those institutional pressures, especially if you want to innovate or explore niche markets. It's all about finding the right balance.
Okay, how can we reframe past decision to reduce regret?
That's a great approach. One way is to focus on the positive outcomes and the growth opportunities. For example, you can highlight how each past experience, even if it had challenges, contributed to your skills and your resilience. You can also frame any setbacks as learning experiences that helped you improve and become more adaptable. And of course, emphasizing the skills you gained and the passion you have for game development can really turn things into a positive light.
Okay, ChatGPT, tell me how can we align daily choices with long-term goals?
Absolutely. One great way is to set clear long-term goals that match both your vision and the institution's mission. You can also look for partnerships or collaborations that align with your goals, ensuring that you're both working toward a shared vision. It's also helpful to stay adaptable, keep communication open, and regularly reassess both your goals and the institution's direction. That way you can build a sustainable and mutually beneficial relationship.
Can mindfulness or meditation improve decision clarity? If so, then how?
Absolutely, that makes a lot of sense. Meditation can definitely help clear your mind, reduce stress, and enhance your focus, which in turn can improve your decision making and creativity. It's definitely a powerful tool for maintaining that balance and clarity as you work towards your long-term goals. If you want to dive deeper into that or explore specific techniques, I'm here to help.
What's one key mindset shift for making decision without regret?
One key mindset shift is embracing a growth oriented perspective. Instead of seeing challenges or setbacks as failures, you can view them as opportunities to learn and improve. The shift helps you stay adaptable, open to feedback, and resilient in the face of obstacles. It also encourages continuous improvement, which is super valuable in both game development and any other field.
Okay, ChatGPT, now summarize our whole interview for our viewers.
Of course, in summary, for your game development interview, you'll want to highlight your understanding of the creative and technical aspects of game making, emphasize how you've grown from past experiences, and show how you align your goals with the institution's vision. Also focus on the importance of adaptability, openness to feedback, and the positive mindset that drives continuous improvement. That should definitely set you up for success.
Any one final piece of advice on our topic?
Absolutely. One great piece of advice is to always be genuine and authentic in your responses. Let your passion, curiosity shine through, and don't be afraid to share personal experiences that highlight your growth. Also, being proactive and showing that you've done your research about the institution can really leave a positive impression. Just be confident, be yourself, and you'll do great.
Thank you for your help, ChatGPT. Take care. Bye bye.
You're so welcome. It was my pleasure. Good